Honorable Dawood.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I congratulate Honorable Khair for taking this step, being a first-term member and a nominated member. I think she has done very well for where she's come with this Senate. She has assisted in moving this bill. And Madam Speaker, it's very important for us to set up this sign language bill because a lot of people suffer out there without a lot of things being done. So with this bill, I hope we can institutionalize the council, sign language council, so that we can go forward giving the PWDs their due. Thank you, and I second.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the sign language, I'll take that again. I now propose the question, which is that the Kenya Sign Language Bill, Senate Bill number 9 of 2023, be now read a third time. Will as many as... I can see many people want to comment. Let me start with the Honorable Mayaka.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I just wanted to add my voice to this particular very important piece of legislation. But first of all, congratulate my fellow nominated Member of Parliament, Honorable Umi, for the fantastic job. I was following while she was actually going through the third reading with the help of our mentor, the Honorable Millie Mabona. Congratulations for this piece of legislation, because the Kenya Sign Language is one of those things that has really been used. We see it on TV, we see it in public functions, we see various members of public who have gone through the lessons, who actually do this very noble job, but they've never had a situation where they have a professional association with the kind of work that they do. And so for this particular bill, and even the fact that it will now even encourage and have even more Kenyans actually take interest in studying this particular course of being Kenya Sign Language professionals, and also just to encourage and have accessibility for the deaf people in our community to be able to have access to this, so that they can be more prosperous and they can be more productive in the society. So, Honorable Speaker, once again, congratulations to Honorable Umi and Honorable Millie Mabona, and I support this bill. I thank you.
The Honorable Faramali.
Honorable Madam Speaker, I want to join my colleagues, and I want to commend the movers of this very, very good, well thought out bill. For the longest, people with many forms of disability in our country have not had the nation and Kenyans thinking about their welfare. 80% of the buildings in the country right now are not disability friendly. You can go to other parts of the world and you find that almost 100% is disability friendly. And I'm talking about public buildings. So this is going to go a long way, a very long way, in making sure that that very powerful sector of our society that has had the misfortune of living with some of these disabilities will be taken care of by the rest of us. So I congratulate the movers. I also congratulate the majority leader here, who has added a lot of value into the bill. And I also encourage the Minister of Education in this case to create a specific dedicated department that has got its own separate vote that will be working on people with disability. And as Millie puts it, let us have a sign language interpreter every function there is. Any public function. If it's Madaraka Day, we have to have a sign language. If it's any national day, and in addition to it, as Parliament ourselves, let's lead the nation in that accommodation. I think even in our parliamentary proceedings, would have been very good for somebody, the picture of somebody who is telling what Millie Odhiambo is saying. And people who cannot hear can watch exactly the proceedings and how you're talking out there. It's no longer like when me and her were in Parliament, more than a decade ago, and all the proceedings in Parliament used to be in the newspaper. So people who cannot hear would read the newspaper and see what she has said, because there was a whole caption on Parliament. It used to say, "Yesterday in Parliament." We don't have that these days. So it's important also for them to listen to parliamentarians as they deliberate on matters of national interest. So you can have somebody in our own national television here, the parliamentary press itself. You have somebody who is there and who is translating our contributions in sign language. So I think House, National Assembly, Senate, Parliament has to lead in this process. And let me tell you one thing. This might look like a very ambitious bill. This country is known for having extremely ambitious bills. We had the ban on smoking in public places. And everybody was wondering, how is it going to be enforced? And I think over 90% of Kenyans don't smoke now. This is a country where you enjoy sitting in public places without having to worry about somebody smoking next to you. And then came the issue of the plastic bags. And when it came to the smoking, I remember Charity Ngili were in Parliament with her, did such a fantastic job as a minister for health that time. And today we can boast as a country. You go to other countries and you find it difficult even to walk in their streets because everybody's smoking. And I'm talking about some of them which are first world. Here we are leaders in that side. I mean, in that particular.
I know you are very passionate on this subject. But
yes,
you know
yes.
It is
Now let me just finish. Let me just finish.
Please limit your debate.
Yes, yes. I'm limiting it. Issue of that, even the constitution that says that we have to have a certain gender balance in our constitution, in the representations in Parliament, it's somewhere. We might not get it, but it is a good move in a sense, because we're able to bring in the other gender into the mainstream. That's why Emilia Mabona is doing what she's doing right now. The technicalities and the way to go about it, whether to constitutionalize it or not, is up for debate. But to have more women in Parliament is quite a very good thing. So thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I want to thank the movers and everybody else who has contributed on this bill.
Thank you. We also thank you. You have also done a very good job as the chair in the third reading. The Honorable Millie, do you have an intervention or you have dropped?
No. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I just wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate Honorable Umi and Honorable Asige, who are the principal sponsors. And then, of course, Honorable Kamar, who was also a secondary sponsor in the Senate. It's a good bill, and it also shows that we are concerned and care for our people with who are I don't want to say disabled, but are differently abled. Madam Speaker, I have listened to what the majority leader has said, and I take my word seriously. We are going to meet after this, together with the sponsors, and find a way so that, because it's actually, I do understand even from where the primary sponsors are coming from, that on the one hand, we are focusing on the issue of language, but on the other, when you are dealing with the issue of sign language, it's very easy to cut across other areas. So we look at how we can actually harmonize, either through mediation, and even if mediation doesn't work, our standing orders gives us room for bringing back this bill and amending, including an overhaul within 6 months. Or with the special leave of the House, we can actually bring it before 6 months, but so long as we are agreed. So I think it's something that we can do and give the House a way forward so that we don't let our people with disabilities struggle and suffer because of our own defect. Otherwise, I congratulate Tumi. This was really wonderful, and keep it up. You make us proud. I've seen the young women who have come in this House. this 13th Parliament, who are nominated, are doing exceptionally well. And I want to say that I'm very proud. I'm very proud of you. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Mbaya.
I want to take this opportunity to thank Umi and Asige and all those people that have put together this bill. And I want to echo one of the things that Honorable Millie has said. You see, in this chamber, the younger legislators need to learn from veterans like Farah, like Umi, who has, there's no bill probably in this house that hasn't had the input of Millie Odhiambo. And legislation, being in parliament is not just about representation and talking. We have a fundamental duty, legislation. And I want to say congratulations to Umi for actually taking that bit, that you can actually come with a bill, legislate, and move it forward and allow it to pass. I'm afraid sometimes that as we progress, the numbers of younger people who have come get diminished as we move to third reading. People love second reading. But when it comes to third reading, it's the old guards, myself, Millie, Farah, probably Muli, and young legislator like Mayaka, yes. Rindikiri is an old hag, doing very well. Actually, he sits here throughout third reading. And I think this is something that we need to teach young legislators. Let's stay in this house. Let's make laws. Let's put our brains into it. Let's have a bill having 120 amendments because everybody's thinking different so that we can enrich the legislation that is coming. But I want to thank the ladies. I don't want to call them women, the ladies. I want to thank the ladies. The men have disappeared, but the ladies have stayed. So I want to ask the men, and I think I would need to call a men's conference. I need to call a men's conference. I know that we cannot allow this parliament to be taken over by brilliant minds that we have from the women. Men have bigger minds, brilliant minds. And they need to come bring them here so that we can input in the legislation of this country. I congratulate and say I support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to thank the members who have come out